Click the bell icon to get latest videos from Ekeeda.
Hello friends, today we will discuss about table inheritance and how to put it in SQL. What are the constraints to use the table inheritance and how can we correspond to inheritance in a table. When we talk about inheritance, we know that all the features of a particular relation is being inherited to another relation. Now that we have created inheritance, it is of a type, that means inheritance type. Now we will apply the inheritance type inside a relation and then see that how to use the relation. I have used the keyword create table, then have given the name people, use the keyword of, and then given the person. As person is a table type that we have already defined with a name, address and DOB, and now I want to create a table name of people on that person data type. Now if I want that another table will be created under the people, say for the student and teacher, we can do this like, now look for the changes here. I have made that create table, that is a students. It is a relation name or table name, students. Now I'm created of type student, that is also inherited from the person type. So for the inheritance reference, the person is inherited in both the student and the teacher. Now all three of these are type inheritance, not a table inheritance. Now I am applying that I'm creating a table students out of the student type inheritance under people, which is again a person type inheritance. So people is of person type, students is of student type, which is students of student. Under the people, we do not need to write of person because we have already created triple of person. So this syntax you need to keep in mind very carefully, that students is the creating table name with the student type, and under we need to mention a table name which is being made of another type. So we could have just used people of person other than created people of person. It will give us an error because under people of person, people is not created or not present in the database. So the SQL cannot find anything above if we not use the create table people of person. Now we will the same way use the teacher as the teacher relation. Now that we are dealing with the database table or relation, we need to keep in mind that actual data will be put to it. So even if we are saying that explicitly teacher and the teachers, that means the teachers is a relation and teacher is a type. So now every tuple to the students as well as the tuples for the teachers should be explicitly declared in the type people. So when we talk about people, it is either students or teachers. Now when we are creating a type of student and teacher other than that of not person, that means we have the values duplicated from the student teachers as it is already mentioned in the people. But we need to add more features to it because as student we have introduced a degree and a department, and on the teachers we have the salary and the department. Now the student and teachers data will be duplicated in people as we generalize it, because the student will have their own tuples and the teachers will have their own tuples, but as people is being inherited from the person, it will inherit both the students and the teachers. Now if I want to sing and delete anything from the table, what will be the SQL query? Now that I want to delete from people with some predicates. So whatever is a predicate, if I want to delete from people, that means the students and teachers will lose the value or reference to which value. That means the inherited attribute should have the same value to the inheriting attribute on the relation. So if we are deleting from people some attributes that the students and teachers has been inherited, see the inheritance and references go with same and hand by hand because SQL provides the references or the under as in the same way. because when we are inheriting, that means we are using that value. So if people loses its value, then students and teachers cannot use the value anymore. So we cannot just delete from people with some predicates if the value still exists on the students and teachers. So we need to mention when creating an inheritance under something or some people, some relation, then on delete cascade to be mentioned there, because other than that, the deletion from people will actually make data inconsistency in our table inheritance. Now say if I join two tables teaching assistant. Now if I write this query that I want to create table teaching assistant of teaching assistant type under students and teachers. See, we can type inheritance while a multiple inheritance type, but we cannot just support it by SQL a multiple inheritance on tables. So when table is being multiply inherited, what is the problem? That doesn't make the SQL support to the multiple table inheritance. See, when the teaching assistant is inherited from students and teachers, so all the tuples will teaching assistants will be there implicitly in students and teachers both. So it will actually make a redundant information on a teaching assistant. First, the student's result will be there, then the teacher's result will be there. And surprisingly, the values and attributes teaching assistant will also be present in students and teachers, because it is creating a multiple inheritance from two tables where the teaching assistant is of type student teacher multiple inheritance. See, if we do not use this one, just as in create table teaching assistant of teaching assistant, till now I have made a query. Now, this teaching assistant has been composed of an inheritance multiply from teachers and student type. So, it will let us use the multiple inheritance from the type inheritance, but not the table inheritance. So, we cannot use the table inheritance in SQL. If we want to apply something like multiple inheritance concept, then we need to have it in the type inheritance and then get the type inheritance as a reference to the type of the table. Now SQL puts some constraints to it that it makes a correspondence between two tables. See, correspondence is different from inheritance. When we talk about correspondence, we are actually mentioning two constraints. First, let us define the constraints. The first constraint is every tuple in this super table, or here is in the student and teacher, should refer to at most each tuple or one tuple into the subtables that has been inherited from the super table. So if there is a student table tuple 1, now these two tuple can either form the student, we cannot have it both because the constraint to make the correspondence. And the second correspondence constraint is that each tuple in the superclass or all the tuples that has been inherited into the subclass should be derived from only one tuple that is inserted into one table. So there is no concept for multiple inheritance. Here we are mentioning that if we have teaching assistant as the teaching assistant type, then it is of students and teachers type inherited. So either of the student type or of the teacher type should be made on only one tuple, and derived from it we can have the other tuples. The main problem of multiple inheritance of a table inheritance in SQL is the primary key constraint. When we have the primary key of the two table, then which will be the primary key of the resulting or the inherited table? So now for this one, we use only one correspondence that tuples have with each other. It should be derived from only one tuple. So as we specify to the constraints to this one, we can say that tuple 1 corresponds tuple 2. That means there is every tuple which has got at least one attribute which is of the same value on every instance. So if the superclasses tuple 1 has a particular value, then the subclasses tuple 1 should also have the particular value which is being matched with the superclasses values. So in this way we can correspond from one relation to one relation, even with each tuple to tuple. Now say if a people that the teaching assistant is of a people type, that is being assistant or inherited from the students and teachers type. So the people is either a student or a teacher. It cannot be both. That is second reason for being the avoidance of multiple inheritance. That if the both students and teachers inheritance is there in people, then the people will have the facilities of the student as well as the teacher. But we cannot have a people who can be a student and teacher both in an university. So we just avoid multiple inheritance in SQL in that way. Now, for example, let us take the person type. The person type can be specialized into either student, or the person type can be specialized into teacher. Now, the people is of a person type. Now, the people can be either a student having the degree and department, or the student department, and the teacher as being the salary and teacher department. Now, as we have specified already the as and with clause, that means the student department for the student, the teacher department for the teacher. So in this way, table inheritance can provide corresponds from one tuple in the superclass to each tuple of the subclass. Now, we can also use the overlapping inheritance in SQL. That means for a person which can be overlapped with student and teacher, and now can have the people as a data type. So it is always better to use own implementation as a table inheritance features in SQL, because the under and references, the under means the inheritance, the reference means the referential integrity, both acts in same way for SQL. So other than using the under keyword, we could have used the references and make our own implementation in SQL to inherit one table into another. So that is all for table inheritance. Thank you for watching this video. Stay tuned with Ekeeda and subscribe to Ekeeda.